We not vote final. 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 3 sweet years. We bring back hope again. We region sports and we athletes. House lots for all of them, all of them. Over 150 million free business. Them come for fire. We nurses. Them done already. Rod we already. Let me hear you say. We not voting for no cup. No way, no way. We not drinking from no cup. No way, no way. I tell them we ready. We ready to take our face again. We not voting for no cup. No way, no way. We not drinking from no cup. No way, no way. I tell them we ready. We ready to take our face again. It's over 3 years since my people shedding tears. Could you remember what I tried to be? And I should know you know.
Because the word says the thief cometh in the night, but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. But you came that we might have life and life more abundantly. We cancel all the bloodshed. We cancel the accidents. We cancel the cheating spirit. We know they're coming to cheat, but we will watch our boxes. We thank you tonight for strength. We thank you for wisdom. We come against every plan tonight, God. We cancel the enemy tonight. Not another bloodshed, not another death in this region, because we know we serve a God who can do exceedingly abundantly above all we can ever ask, think, or desire tonight, God. And as we present, God, we pray that the message will go forward. Tonight we declare light over Linden. We declare life. We declare growth. We declare success in no other name but the mighty name of Jesus. God, we give you all the honor and the glory tonight. And all God's people say, amen, amen, amen. Yes, sir. Tonight we're here. And we don't have much speakers, so you don't have to be afraid, and they will not be long. But we are here because we have to remind you, in all of this, even though we are here, and I know we're enjoying the music, I want to remind us of some things. We got to remain focused. I said we got to remain focused. We got to remain focused, because I'm telling you, they are coming with all kinds of strategies. But hear what? We know that our sons will not be sold for 30 pieces of silver. We cancel it in the name of Jesus tonight. Our daughters will not be prosecuted by this stinking regime. I gotta try to control myself because I don't want to wrong talk. So God's gonna take care of the rest. Tonight, I want to say to us, Monday is tomorrow. Y'all know what I'm saying? Monday is tomorrow. You got my eyes? You got my eyes? Are you voting? You're voting? And we are voting corrupt neither. Alright, because we know these people, they are corrupt and they are wicked and they are coming. Mr. Solomon said it in all our meetings. He talked about the week of penetration, where the PPP will come and they will come with money. Y'all know what's that? Y'all notice the 2,000 bills shining in Linden right now? Y'all notice the bring it in this cash grant, the cash grant. But here what happened? We don't get by out with the cash grant because we don't deal with petty cash that's done. If you're a mother and you know that the cash done, say yeah. And you know how we buying these books? How we buying these uniform pre better got another cash grant for me next term. Because with all money, we could get, every term we could get a cash grant to send our children to school. Are you here with me? Are we ready? Are we ready? You ready to put your eggs? You ready to put your eggs? And when you put the eggs, so put your palms in the air. Say the comment. Say voting correct. is voting for good. FORCUP, FUHCUP. Because we ain't giving up nothing. We ain't giving up. We coming out. Young people, I want to say this to you. Some of you might not remember, but let me tell you, your parents will tell you, there was a time in this region here when the regime, and I will never forget, right at the four corner here, when I walked from over river, when I reached by the bridge, and they didn't want me pass, but you know, you got a nice cap and take. And I walk and come right there. And I remember what? Y'all know what? I remember what? When what hear my voice starts saying, ceasefire, ceasefire. Right there. All in between them. Y'all remember? What talking about? 2012! 2012! Let us not forget when the people find their continent lying around and they killed Alan Lewis, Shamroy Boye, and Ron Somerset. Just now, we will be commemorating the 18th of July. Let us not forget. So we will not forget. The blood is on your hands. You see the color is red? I know it's dead. Tonight we're going to bring on some speakers. But right now, I'm going to bring on the first presenter. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! In the ring! In the ring! In the ring! Who is in the ring? Let's get ready to rumble! Put your hands up for Sharon! In the ring! Duncan! Linden! Palms up! Palms up! Palms up! Palms up! All right! Linden, if no other tongues, municipality, piece of an RDC, know that the PPP, wicked, stink, and dirty. It's Linden. Folks, I had the good fortune and privilege of being in Kokwani last weekend. Kokwani set, Kokwani palms up. Last night, I had the privilege of being in Madia. Madia set, Madia palms up. We came to find out if Linden ready. We came to find out if Linden palms up. Is Linden fed up? Palms up! Palms up! Palms up! Linden, the wicked, stink and dirty! We there! 2.5 years later, as we told Madia last night, it's scandal after scandal. We have to deal with Sugate. Another example of how the wicked, stink and dirty. We there. God don't like ugly. One of them run to China. The US said don't come wrong with funny. Visa revoke. I know the thousands of us who are here tonight, none of you visa revoke. Palms up. We fed up. The wicked, stink and dirty. Scandal after scandal. 3 short years are in. We ain't got time for 3 more. And I know after this election is 1 March 2025. The bank wrong on Linden. Wrong bank. They think because they got a couple dingy t-shirts, they could come wrong with funny. Don't come wrong Linden funny. I want y'all know why I so bad. I was born right here. Mackenzie Hospital birthed me. So now they come wrong with funny. We better than a box to cook up on 10,000.
better than that. 5,000, my sister says, not even 10. And the things that why you do for 5,000. Box of food and a juice. Folks, we got a long way to go. I ain't gonna be long. We got a long way to go. And I want to let you guys know, tonight is just the first step. Monday is just the first step. Linden will be coming out Monday. I'll be coming out Monday. Palms up. Palms up, Linden. Palms up. We fed up. We fed up with them. The wicked, the stink, the fatigue. And tell them don't come around me funny, Linden. All right, Linden, I gone because I want the other people to come. I gone, Linden. But I'm right here with you tonight. We fed up! Palms up!
Linden! Teacher! Put your palms in there! Hit up on lights! We are voting corrupt! And we are voting! Alright! You know, this government think that they can packoo people. They have discriminated against you in the allocation of resources. Many of you still didn't get the cash grant. Help us coming and left the spoiling Green Arch Street. They fire our nurses, close the nursing school. They mess with me lying to me, Clark. If you ever heard a lie, you get in lock up. But let me tell you what more they did. They slashed over 100 nurses' salary to $300 Guyana because they're protesting Rudy Small. You remember Rudy? Where he gone now? But I want to now invite to the stage our Member of Parliament, the Honorable German Figuera, and he is going to come and deliver his remarks.
We are on our ground all night tonight, all night tonight, all night tonight. We are on our ground all night tonight, all night tomorrow night. We are on our fire all night tonight, all night tonight, all night tonight. We are on our fire all night tonight, all night tomorrow night. Pick up yourself, Linden. Show me your palms. On Monday, we gonna palm them out. What we gonna do on Monday? We gonna palm them out. The PVP believe they can buy out this community. But on Monday, what we gonna do? We gonna palm them out. I hear somebody saying they're looking for it. My question is, why do you have to look for it in the fastest growing economy in the world? Guyana is the richest country in the world. Why is it that less than 800,000 people have to be looking for it? That is the question you have to ask the PDP. Now I want you to understand that local government elections are important. Local government elections are important. And it is the coalition government who recognize that local government elections are important. Because after 2 decades, we brought it back after 8 months being in government. Because we believe in local democracy. We believe that the communities
should determine who their leaders are. We believe the leadership within the community can come and speak to the residents of each of the constituencies and articulate their vision and the plan for the people of those constituencies. We believe and we have confidence in our candidates. That is why throughout this campaign, it is the candidates who you are hearing from. You are hearing from those at Freedom House, at central government. This is not a regional or national election. So you don't need people from central government come in and articulate positions for their candidates. It means that they have no confidence in their candidates. But the people of Linden have confidence in their candidates. That is why they were going out to you and say to you that these are the issues that affect the constituency and this is how we are going to address it. I heard the bishop, and it would be remiss of me not to address the bishop. The bishop turned politician, the bishop who is a liar. The bishop said last night that I call a PAC meeting as the chairman. This is a man who sat on the PAC since 2015 when his president was the chairman. And he should know the chairman don't call no meeting of the PAC. PAC is statutorily every Monday. So without saying, staff at the parliament to call all the members to remind them that there's a statutory meeting of the PAC. So I don't have to call any meeting. I don't set any meeting as the chairman of the PAC. It is the members who set the meeting. Only thing that proceeds, Mr. Bishop's ignorance and arrogance. He said this council failed to spend some vision. That is a lie. He failed to realize that the elected councillors are the policy makers of the council. And it is the town clerk who has to execute the decisions of the elected councillors at the town council. So don't blame the councillors for the fault of the most ineffective councillor, town clerk at the town council, who is a PPP. The PPP installed 36 IMCs throughout this country, taking away the elected responsibility of those councillors by installing IMCs. And in all of those IMCs, it was the PPP town clerk who manned the affairs of those NDCs and municipalities. So the failure is not the councillors, it's the town clerk who would have failed to execute the decisions of the council. This council that we have presently, who will be replaced by far more competent and confident councillors. When they made those decisions, the town clerk failed to execute those decisions. They wrote the Minister of Local Government and indicated to the Minister that the town clerk is failing to execute the decisions of the council. They wrote the Local Government Commission and complained about the consistent failure of the town clerk to execute the responsibility she was being told to do on behalf of the elected councillors. So I want you to understand, don't blame your councillors who work diligently with limited resources to serve this constituency. And they did the best they could with the little that they had. But I have heard from these new councillors some ideas, some revolutionary ideas that is going to generate revenues for this council that will ensure that irrespective if the government increase the subvention or not, they will be able to execute their programs. Equally, I want you to understand that the subvention that the bishop was talking about, it was warranted to the RDC and not to the town council. This government wants you to believe that they care about Linden. Listen to me. Just look at how the REO manage the affairs of the region. The REO, like the town clerk, is the custodian of the finances allocated from the budget for this region. And I can say to you without successful contradiction that the REO has given more than 70% of the contracts to people outside of Region 10. Is that a representation of love? Is that the representation of care for the people of this community? The budgetary allocation for this region is to be spent in this region and more so to help the people in the region to develop financially. If our people are given the contracts, they won't have to be looking for it because it's already there. Give us the contracts so that our people can be empowered. And another thing I must address, Jadio has been saying it. The bishop has been saying it. He said, and it is true, that Amanza Walton Desir has land in Richmond Hill. That Figuera has land in Richmond Hill. That is true. And what is wrong with that? I am a citizen of this country. I have been born and bred in Linden. And why I can't get land in Richmond Hill? What foolishness Jadio is saying. What Jadio is not saying is that Robson Ben has land in Richmond Hill. What he's not saying is the REO who just come in get land in Richmond Hill. Rudy Smalls, yes, that big Oompa Loompa man, he got land in Richmond Hill. Now Lindoners getting land in Richmond Hill should be an entitlement. They said that apartheid started in South Africa. Apartheid started right here in the mining town of Linden. When black people, Amerindian people, East Indian people in this country, Guyanese, could not have gone into Utuka and Richmond Hill. The premier at the time, Cherry Jagan, and his wife visited Linden and could not have stayed at the Utuka house in his own country, but it took the father of this nation, Linden Bob Samson Barnum, to break down the barrier that was at Utuka, so that Guyanese, be it black, be it Indian, be it Amerindian, to go through that barricade and jump into the pool that only white people could swim in. Guyana is ours, Linden is ours, and we must benefit from the patrimony of our country. So don't let Jadio try to deceive you and make it appear as if Figuera and Amanza is not entitled. Amanza lived, went to school right in this community. Her father and mother served this community. I served this community 21 years as a teacher. Thousands of students, I would have thought. And like you, do you know how many security guards who work for NISIL got land in Richmond Hill? The ordinary citizen, he said the big wigs, but big wigs. the security guards, the cooks at Utuka House got land at Richmond Hill because of the coalition government. But do you know what? Do you know what? All those people who got their lands legally are still awaiting their legal documentation of ownership. That is what my friend Cheryl said is about this PPP. The wicked, the stink, and the dirty. They don't care about you. So I want you to understand that you have a solemn responsibility come Monday the 12th to put your palm in the air and palm them out. We need to send a very strong message to the PPP because Linden is the cradle of the revolution. All of Guyana look for leadership from Linden because we are the cradle of the revolution. And I say we will make a revolutionary statement come Monday. When we go to the polls, and we will go early, and we will go early and vote solidly for the APNU. What we going to do? Palm them out. What we will do? Palm them out. They have a lot of candidates. And I don't want the views out, you know. I bring solid reasoning when I come to the podium. And I want you to understand, pound for pound, our candidates are way much better. Pound for pound, our candidates are way much better. Constituency 1, we have a candidate by the name of Miss Kenisha De Venture. I taught her. That is my former student. Very bright girl. But you have to make an intelligent decision. This is someone who will serve your interests for the next 3 years. You need a candidate with a track record of doing for the community. What has Kenisha done for the community in comparison to our candidate? Who is our candidate? Who is our candidate in constituency 1? Pound for pound, we have the best candidate in Sharma Solomon. Constituency 2, another student of mine, very bright young lady. She is now in the teaching profession. But we have another teacher in constituency 2. And I believe sometimes they gotta beat and teach. They gotta beat and teach some people. And pound for pound, Roberts compared to a Kisoon is advantage. Come March, come June 12th, Monday, we palming them out. We have another candidate in constituency 3 for the PVP. And interestingly, she carries the same name as a Solomon. But the council only has space for one Solomon. On Monday, what we doing? We palming them out. Constituency 4. Constituency 4. We have a young lady, and I won't even call her the other one, she won't mention it. No disrespect. But we have a young lady named Alicia Benedict, a servant of this community. Come Monday, we palming them out. Now constituency 5. I love this lady though, I must say. Cherry from West Utuka is my friend. She is the PVP candidate. some of you might do like what I said, but I like Sherry. Sherry is a very funny lady. And when Sherry was in the council and the hardship our councillors were getting with the resistance from the PPP, she used to crack a joke. But this time is not time for joke. It's a serious business. Representing the interests of people in serious business. We end up on joke. And we have a candidate who I believe will bring it in representing constituency number 5. From Monday, we palming them out. Constituency 6. We have a very beautiful, intelligent young woman. What is her name? I can't hear you. What is her name? Russia Short. Imagine Russia get an easy job. Do you know what her candidate name is? Huh? Somebody that called Taki. The Banner's vision for constituency 8 is for dead people. Imagine his vision is for the dead people. He will fix the berry ground. But this man ain't got no vision. He don't even know. It is this council presently who cleaned the burial ground, who put concrete pathway for the burial ground, so that Lindeners could easily go and identify their families. But that's the level of leadership these people want to bring to Linden. A man who got a vision for dead people. No wonder a lot of dead people show up on the PPP list. And listen, this is a man who said he want betterment for Linden and he was living overseas. But now he come back. But on Monday, when we done palm them out, he could go back. Constituency 7. We have this council presently of one of the best ever servant of the council from constituency 7. Her name is Paul McCoy. The real McCoy served this council, served constituency 7 with distinction. And the people of constituency 7 will lend support to Councillor Lisa Turn because they know Councillor Fern got she back. So the residents of Blueberry Hill and all of the surrounding communities of constituency 7, we gonna palm them out. But this councillor, Lisa Turn, also has it easy. Her contender, pound for pound, is like Mike Tyson beating up Rocket Rocket, my brother. Where is Rocket? A very good boxer. But in comparison, we get Lisa Turn and we get a banner named Keith Bridge. For real. You ever ask yourself why this man named the Scottish man Keith Bridge? This banner, this Keith Ferrier is a joker. This man, listen. This banner is a joker. And you know why he's a joker? This man will represent a constituency. And the people of constituency 7, you need to understand the level of disrespect of the PPP. Imagine they put up a man. I even talking about the past. But they put up a man who's not even living in the constituency. If you're living in the constituency
How can you know the issues that affect the constituency? So we don't know. We take in constituency 7 too. Now we go to constituency 8. And we have pound for pound the best candidate in this Onita. Listen to me. This woman has been a servant of this community for years. I grew up with she. If somebody you know, and this is what you have to understand, you have to vote for people that you know. Because when you mess up, you could go and say, yo, you're messing up. Pull your socks together. These are the people we are giving to you, Linden. People you know, people who have a track record of representing. They have a candidate. I want some voice to circling and not the support of them type of thing. But let me tell you something. I listened last night to the pastor, pastor, doctor, candidate of the PDP. And I was a little confused because the man operated as if he was on a pulpit. I thought I was in church and I wanted to give him an offering, but I will give it to the tongue and better service. Listen, residents of Linden, we take in Linden in all the constituency. We sleep in, we palming them out. We palming them out Monday. So I want you to know, elections are important. It gives you the power. On election day, you have power. And you have to understand that voting is power. How do you use your power? And your vote has power. Don't take it for granted. Your ancestors died so that you can have the right to vote. And I hear some young brethren and sisters saying they're going to vote. You have an obligation. It's not sellout. It's ignorance. But you have to educate. You have to educate. And if you don't educate, we will continue to have people squandering the power by not voting. How powerful is your vote? That it pulled John Deere from Freedom House to come up here. It pulled Edgel to come up here. It pulled Todd to come up here. It pulled Ramson, and I'm coming back to Ramson. That's the worst minister of culture, youth, and sport. They called the president to come up here. And they came specifically for your poor. You have to understand that on election day, your vote is an equalizer. It don't care if you're rich or you're poor, because the rich man get one vote just like the poor man. The old man get one vote just like the youth. And how do you exercise your power is important. And I say to you, make an intelligent decision. Pound for pound, the palm has the best candidates. And we can palm them out. So let me come back to the little boy Ramson. Charles Ramson, every person in Guyana believe as a youth, he would have served good at the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport. But not every youth is a good youth. And everybody with a degree is smart. Imagine this coalition government conceptualized and started the synthetic track. A track that they want to campaign on. And it's okay. But do you believe the nature of stupidity of this Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture? His president, his general secretary said that at Barak, they're going to have FIFA standard football pitch. And then Bara completed the synthetic track and even started the football pitch. How is it that equipment will go to dig out the area for the football pitch? Then block up the synthetic track? You see the level of stupidity? And because of the elections, they run and say, we opening it. How can you open a synthetic track for access to athletes and the public, and you have not even made the facilities available with a criteria? Millions of dollars, my money, your money was spent. And it therefore requires a guidance of how we utilize this facility so we can preserve the integrity of the track. This track has no facility for athletes to access washroom, to drink water after they run around the track. No lights when a man finish working or a woman after work they want to go and exercise. They can't do that in the night because there's no lights. Listen, this man is visionless, and he is a microcosm of the candidates they have given for you to consider come Monday. And we are saying, if that is the top leadership of the PPPC, we cannot accept the low-tier leadership. And on Monday, we pounded them out. So I want you, in closing, to understand that local government elections are important, and it requires all of us to be responsible. We know they have a lot of money on the paying our people. And I'm saying to our fellow Londoners, take the money. It is your money. But don't be disrespected. Don't let a 5,000, a 25,000, a 50,000, 100 insult your intelligence. Insult your ancestors who died so that you can have the right and the power to vote. And I heard they have said to many of the $40,000 workers they have that when they go into the polling station, that they must take out a picture to show evidence that they voted. I know the cost of living is affecting all of Guyana, despite the enormous wealth this country has. And for some people, it is a bread and butter issue. And you are being pressured. I understand. That is the reality of the times. Because we have an uncaring government. And they want to force you. They have threatened you. We have heard voice notes of a man named Skinny threatening workers that if they don't show up at Freedom House or show up when the ministers that come, their contract will be revoked. So I understand the dilemma many of you are facing. And unfortunately, I must proffer this position for you to accept. When you go into the poll, if you have to take a picture to show that you voted for the cup, when you don't take it, spoil the vote. Put another X and spoil the vote. Because no one should bully you on how you should exercise your franchise. on how you should use your power. And if you can't use your power how you want, and they are pressuring you, then you have to spoil it. You have a duty to spoil that vote. When they captured our ancestors as slaves, some of them know that once they jump overboard, they will die. And they would rather die being a freed man and a freed woman. And I am saying to you, this is symbolic of the actions that some of our ancestors took by jumping overboard so that they can be free. And don't let no $40,000, don't let no intimidation make you sell out your franchise, make you not use the power and your freedom of how you want to vote. Take back your power. I am saying to you, Linden, if you are under those threats, take back your power by spoiling that vote. But Linden, we have the majority of people who are going to vote for all of our candidates. So on Monday, put up your palm. Put up your palm. Show the community your palm. Monday, you know we do it. We palm in the world. How we do it? We palm in the world. How we do it? We palm in the world. I thank you. Love you! All right! Come the 13th, we're going to have a grand time celebrating in Linden. Before I introduce our next speaker, I want to remind all present here and watching via Facebook that on the ballot there are 5 critical pieces of assets that are at stake, comrades. LUSCSL is at stake. Our Blue Lake is at stake. Our waterfront is at stake. Wotuko Guest House, Mackenzie Sports Club is a members club. And so, I want to encourage you to think of those assets that our parents fought hard for. You know, this government is a wicked government. When assumed in office, all of the developmental projects that the coalition has, they closed them down. The National Data Management Agency, young people who are working there, they closed it down. The Bertram Collins College of the Public Service, they closed it down. The nursing school in London, St. John's Ambulance Brigade. But you know what? We have a competent team that will hold them accountable. And we will take back what the devil has stolen from us. Let me say this to you before I introduce a dynamic woman. The Blues. Who are you from Blues? You know, last night somebody sent a link to my phone. And when I opened this link, it had hashtag a new Prison Break series come out. Well, I like Prison Break. But when I opened the link, it was a rally happening
But then I understood what the person was saying to me. Because 90% of the people on the state start staying in prison. We can't ex-criminals running in them. We have a clean slate. We have a young engineer. We have a young electoral. So we got for the rights. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you a woman, a mentor, a friend, a woman that keeps the PPP in check. Make some noise for some women, please!
Hold on.
What you doing?
We are going to introduce our daughter. See? You know what? Before we call her a blessed woman, a strong woman, we're talking about a woman of integrity. I want to play this song. Linden, remember?
He said, don't give up. When the going get tough, it ain't got no time to give in. Listeners, you see I come with this broom tonight. There's one thing I come for sweep out the Linden. It's the dirty P, stinking C. You see, I noticed something came into Linden. Let me get right into it. And somebody stopped me
And he said, you know, I look at the campaign, but it's who y'all got for mayor. And somebody say, y'all, what do you mean? I thought who we got for mayor. They said, well, I see the PVP got a candidate, some astronaut. And I said, astronaut got something to do with Bishop. Like Bishop got a way of finding the people. Solomon Sharma is beside you there. Man, just come a little bit. Give me 1 second. You don't use the Alice Tish, but I like to show something. Now, you tell me which astronaut in Linden. And which candidate. Hey, test, try, and proven. So the battle went here. Finish with the one. I don't sweep the room. Done with that. Simple. But Linden, while we are here, don't give up. It's a serious time. Because I have noticed in Linden something that I've never seen in my entire life. And I was on retirement a little bit. The Blooms was resting up yourself. But when my people in trouble, let me tell you something tonight. I got to come out and do some sweeping. The amount of people, what I saw over the few weeks that PVP parading in this place doing, you let down. You all give up somewhere. Listen, y'all give up. Never in the history of Region 10 in Linden, the PVP could have come and make themselves such a Mickey Mouse and disrespect you. What I have noticed is a disrespect. Linden is under serious attack. You tell me the Barja got a first-class liar come to Linden and had some Lindeners on the tent. He said, you vote for us and we will get 100 young professional homes built in Linden. But what the liar did not mention to you is that they're taking up all your lands. Linden, when your wealth going, it's not time to sleep and talk about crossover. It's time to put on your armor and get out there and war for this region. Because they give one man, one of the friend, he got some sawmill, and they give them all this land to develop. There's one thing. The other thing, your young professionals cannot go to the bank with a salary that they're getting and get no mortgage for 17-point-something million. Rise from the paper hill. Linden, when you see the enemy coming and taking up your wealth, is a different thing. This is not bluff. The chairman talked about the waterfront because you see, the PPP had every intention and they tried the utmost best to destroy the people in Linden. And Linden had one thing for them, is that Lindeners believed in Linden. And so even your family overseas ain't got nothing to eat, the way to get the paycheck to come to the Western Union to help you to survive under those dark days. And so what they are doing now, with the wealth and the oil in this country, Linden is up for grabs. So Linden is an easy place to play upon. We can buy them out. So the buyer by the market, allow me to have a reason tonight. So the buyer by the market, and you're slave and man's down there, also the man got a taxi and things, right? And walk in the taxi. And he go and make you so he come back. And then all one day he tried to sell 2 things, sometimes family sent 2 threads from overseas, and he trying to push it off. You see me? And there comes the PNP because they got some banners luck. One of us got like some masters, and we can give you all the franchise and think you go all the dance, and them banners look like me, you will see up yourself. And they got some younger sons, so they're going to attack the younger generation and say, don't matter with them though. If coalition is money for you. You don't see banner, you got to come this way, and people can't get back in power. You understand? You got common thing, I can carry you, I can carry for me the top boss. And when you meet the top boss, you understand me? Everything will be alright. And they give 5,000. And they say the boss wants to see you. And the boss say, I'll come in and vote for me. We can give you a little $50,000 grant. This girl look like she's smart. We can give you some grant for $100,000. And we can collect she. So remember now, they're buying you out. And so they want to say, buy me that time. You can try with them coalition people. I dine around with the cup. You see what I'm saying? Because me and the girl left out by them buying them unfair. Remember, it was the same PPP when we took office. Education, maths and English was 15%. It was the coalition who fighting for equality for the people in Linden who didn't have the opportunity. That's why said this can't happen. We got to put a university there. You know what the people put the university when they were there? Bodies. And as he called they love you so bad. They don't want to educate you, Londoners. That's why we got all the reasoning. What the buyer with the taxi don't know, and the buyer by the market, is that when the $20,000 done, or the 50,000, he did the same, he tell himself, he did the same way we went. By one reason tonight he got worse. Because he suddenly become dependent, and he got a boss. So remember he's a taxi driver, he tells himself he was a boss. Sometimes the family out by the car, is that? And send the 2 treasury selling in the market. But now we got the boss. Hey, really about it? Them people coming in the place today, we got to show them people are still here. Because we got one Linden, or we take Linden. You get things answered. What things I can't tell you, no, bare bluff. Disrespect. Region 3, the PNP put a synthetic track. Big fancy fence. High sophisticated stadium. Let's sign the protest. Now the coalition start the track. They come in election time. Disrespect. I said it's unacceptable. It is a shame on Linden. Y'all should go out and picket. Those people, they come and they're on some little jokey, stupidly, hoobly-doobly fence. That's why y'all call a synthetic track. That is an incomplete track. Y'all going and tell me y'all gonna let a daffodil, that stupid banner, that redneck turkey, Ramson, come in this place to tell y'all? And you tell me, women, Londoners, you can accept that? Oh man, let me reason. Let me reason tonight. So when it comes to you and your community, we see the disrespect. When it comes to your children and your husband, you see the disrespect. Because now he moved from doing the little thing, I want to tell you something. If you ain't know to spend money, it's not how much more money you get. It's how less you could spend. So you ain't know nothing but money. And they come and say, hey, he's a leader, but he leading his community. We give a contract, $3 million, $5 million. Do a little walkway. Oh, you don't enough to spend the money. By the time you don't build this little walkway, you ain't got no money. You're in the same place. Sometimes you're going to put yourself in debt. You end up paying the hill car or the bicycle that you had to pay the workers. And now in the valley, you're fighting. When we took office and I come to Linden and I went to Victory Valley, you had no road, you had nothing. People say it is a hopeless place. And I walk into Victory Valley just like I walk in here tonight. And I say, Victory Valley will never be the same again. You know. Linden and Lindeners, after tonight, you're leaving here the same way. You will not be the same way no more. You fully understand what these people are up to. And you have a right and a duty to process this information. So when I come and give you 30,000, 100,000, and you don't go and vote, I done with you, you know. Because they're playing you to keep them in power, to oppress you. Full slave-like structures, a caste system. They ain't talking equality with jobs, equality with education. I come in after Solomon. The rich people children and the poor people children, education, we got a class system. So the school that your child is going to, if I have money, my grandson is going there, or my daughter, they're going to private school. They got nice language. The classrooms is busy. They got a certain amount of students there. They speak in a particular way. They treat them in a particular fashion. It's not the public school where one does not go ahead, a teacher got to defend yourself with a cutlass and all that kind of behavior. So there's no equality, there's no rush to educate you. But there's a rush, swiftness in keeping you in poverty. Get your hands out. So they come with hamper, grants, and gifts. And by the time you catch yourself, the house where you live in, it moves. The people in the yard so long, but they love them. Here what they do, they come with bulldozer, just like you see the doing maker, just like you saw happen at Hillfoot. They came with bulldozers, and they bulldoze the people's house. How young are feeling? Linden, when you're gone tonight, I beg you. Linden, y'all ain't got heart for each other no more. How you could be comfortable with what is going on with your brother and say, me, I get a manager work at the NCN news room there, so I is a big girl. Let me reason, sister. Let me reason this talk. So I want all of us to make a commitment tonight. A commitment that we will go back where we come from. And we must tell we neighbor, we must tell we children, because you got to take the beam of joy before you can respect out your neighbor. So then we ask a crossover. No. We love them, they're from Linden. So you must go and find them. And you must tell them, listen, I want to ask you to rethink. You might feel you've gone too far, but you can't come back. When you see them, it's not time for abuse. And what you got to do is those that undecided on defense. You got to make sure that you get them out. Because who gone? Some is baggage. Let me reason. Some is baggage. And for the board's sake, some people got to fall off. And next way, some people going, come on. But you gotta go look for them. You gotta let them know you got a space for them. They got a ballot paper for them, because every single person in Linden, they got a ballot paper for. I beg you, help me. Me know where they live to go, but you know, and you know, and you know. Go find them. Go find them. I know where John don't live. I spoke to him this morning on the live. I told him, don't wear red, very brown, rice bag suit. He's no better now. Yes. As I was saying, you see these people? See these people? I don't like these people in front here. Listen, I want the people in front of the back. No, not his son. Not his son. Hold on. This is John Brown Jr. and he is green and he is in the way and he is here. Thanks for the correction. Thanks for the correction. So John Brown Jr., he ain't there with no cup. He's sticking by the palm. You understand? You see with the little vest and he got a little baby candidate that he already presented. I want the candidate to come forward, the baby candidate. So Linden, it's important that you go and do this work. You see, you couldn't go before, so I have to wait now. Because if you go before, you never want to be at home. Right? Now, this is the old brown with the old red Jersey grandson. But he has been baptized with green for the APNU. What do you want to show them? Show them your palm. What do you want to show them? You see what I'm telling you about? You see what I'm telling you about? Good. So now this is the new candidate. Go, we will take you in 2030. I'll keep you well. Right? So we got some baby candidates coming up. So I want you to listen to me very carefully. This is the message. What the PPP does and what your election in Linden, it is not totally and entirely dependent on who put the X next to the palm. You have a duty to watch the thieves. Some of you are going to be working in polling places, and some of you must volunteer to watch man outside. Just like we did in 2015, because what they got a way of doing, your same scrutineer, let's say if you the counting agent, watch my scrutineer, you watch my Martin there. Because the recount show that a lot of things happen with a lot of people that we put in the place. And so what the PPPs do, they get the people, the chief inside of there, and all the other ballots that ain't got no X. They just get them, including some of you people who make one pay on the day. And they put a set of X and they throw it in the box. So you must pay attention to the process. On Monday, there is a process that's going to be taking place in Linden. You put your X by the picture at the top, you put the X at the bottom for the party, because the two go hand in hand. You don't want to vote for the candidate and then vote for the party, and then the people go and vote for the cop, and then they come and slip the foot inside the door. Show the focus. So one, you gotta go and find your neighbor, and then people who say they voting, and tell them right to vote. Right? Well maybe she has had to come off the boat to make space for the other one. And two, you gotta pay attention when you go in and vote. And three, you gotta watch the box on election day. You gotta give support. Now it's not time to row about, oh, I did in the polling place. I see the PPP do it. Some of them in the polling place, they come, they get LT. PPP by the time you hear knife, they bring KFC, back they bring churches, back they bring something. Now we candidates, they're looking, so before they look, start looking at the churches, and then the PPP asks them, you want peace? Yes. They take a piece. You want peace? Yes. Drop to sleep. You can't be so hungry, man. Oh, jeez, you. We love the Lord, so you can fast. Don't go in and row for food, row for drink. You call him on the phone, the coffee cold. Oh my, for heaven's sake. We got a process. We got a serious business to take care of. So I ask all of you that when we say Linden is not up for sale, is when we protect it by protecting the process. It's not the chant and the dance. It's not the flag and the t-shirt. It's the process. I don't trust Claudette. I don't trust none of them in Chico. You see, with this election and what I experienced in 2020, I ain't trust nobody. Because if they can't win it, they're going to come to tease it. So the commitment is, are you prepared to defend Linden? Are you prepared to defend this territory? If you're prepared to defend Linden, I tell you, I start off with Solomon Sharma. Test, try, and proven. I tell you with the money and tech buyout. You see, I can't take one thing but Sharma. You can take Sharma and carry all the way. You can't take Linden out. And I respect him for that. Deal with the people that you can trust. So you have to become a candidate tonight. Not a slandidate. Me never gonna, I can't run over this, I can't run over this. No. You gotta go out there for Linden. And because you're living in Linden by extension for yourself and for your children. So tonight, Lindeners, You know, I really want to say some other things because the place could get a little dense. But I want you to keep the focus. And I want to hold it for Solomon Sharma, who's going to be coming after. I hope tonight the reasoning that is taking place here, you're going home and make something out of it. A lot of you got your young children message and inbox and all kind of thing. We started work with young people. You remember we put a Kuru campus there. Many of you who are getting frustrated, you're not overdo it, your son, he hearing, she hearing. We had a campus there, driver's license, teach them to drive, teach them a trade, give them money, take care of them for 10 months. They were not hopeless because when we took office, the level of neglect with young people, it was unbecoming. So we had to start, and the chairman mentioned about something rapidly to kick in. And the final point is what was sad. Most of the women coming for a job, they're coming for cleaners work. I tell you, even to the super cleaner had it brutal in this region. These women wept. And you know what? Now, what the PPP do is give the friends and so on a lot of guns. And these women now leave the children and the family. They move from sweeper cleaners to security guard. My sister, my friend, nothing is wrong with the work that you do. But for me, it's a disrespect that you get. Because you can't treat the people in Electoral one way and then treat me in Linden a different way. You can't treat the people in a certain part of Berbice one way and treat me a different way. I got a fundamental problem with that. There's no equality. Linden, you and Lindeners, you deserve nothing but the best. Don't give up. The going can get rough. But I say to you tonight, you just stick it out. And I bet you I can come back right here and we can have a thank you rally because it will get better. I declare it tonight, Linden will get better. Thank you.
Yeah.
Joining us live on phone, the Member of Parliament for Region 10, Vanessa Kissoon. And Vanessa, we understand that a man has been shot dead, and this took place when the police opened fire on the crowd.
Yes. And we have like about 6 others injured, and my young man just came in, he seems to be shot in his eye. We have one that has been shot about the left arm and the chest, on the left side of his chest. We have a woman who was shot in her shoulder. Another guy, I think he looks as if he got shot somewhere around his mouth. Mr. Murphy, we were protesting peacefully when tear gas were open on the crowd. And then when we came around, the police were firing shots.
And these were live rounds? Could you say, were they live rounds or they were live rounds?
We have people that abandoned the stairs.
Linden! Do you remember? Alicia Barker, you remember the bullet? Do you remember the blood? DJ, run that tune!
How many more die? How many more must carry this load? Oh, how many more? How many more die? How many more before we drop down Zion Road? How many more? Sing
They turned their guns on us and they shed the blood of our
Heavenly
brothers,
Father, won't you
our fathers, our
send a
sons,
heavy hand for
our
the
cousins.
country? In man there's no
My people, the people who forget their past,
I'm begging for the
bound
children's
to repeat
future.
it.
Oh, Jah just got them by the collar.
If we get
How
our
can we
time,
stop this
they
man
will
from
kill many more of us.
Too many starving
So come the 12th of June, read up on the heights. I'm not going to stay long because we got to bring on the final presenter. But I want to say to you, this is a young man who in 2012 stood up. He is one. We are the resilient. And we stood up against a wicked regime under the leadership and the stewardship of the then regional chairman, a young man who faced, and you know, since this young man come out on the campaign, Jack Dio come to Linden. Bishop come to Linden. Taddy come to Linden. I said everybody coming to Linden. And they only coming, every time they come, they ain't telling you nothing, they calling your name. But everyone tell them, keep your name, keep your name, keep him name, keep him name. Because no matter where you go, you can't take Linden out of him. DJ, run that tune!
From the top. I need some protection. I need some way you say.
you follow and we pray. Only you know how we get through.
But it's a first London! Exactly. So I know when you saw the rain this afternoon, we remember last week Sunday when we were so thankful to Almighty God for the shower of blessings, because when we saw the rain yesterday, we must thank God for washing it out today. So don't be afraid, Linden. God is on your side. So God is great indeed, and I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out, demonstrating your good resolve. No weather, nobody, no government, no one can stop you from coming out and demonstrating not only your support for your APNU candidates, but to ensure that you show that on Monday, a few hours from now, every Lindener, you who are here, will encourage them, because when you go home tonight, you're picking up your phone, you're going to share that Facebook Live, you're going to tell them, young people, come Monday, a few hours from now, this process called local government elections is nothing to play with. Very serious. It gives to you, every single individual, the most powerful position that any citizen can have in this country. It gives to you that powerful position to elect your representatives. But more than electing your representatives, Linden, it gives you that permission and that position to hold them accountable. That is what you are given as representation in your council. And here why you're doing that, Linden. Because you have in a government who don't believe in accountability. What you have in a government, they don't believe in good governance, so that you have in place checks and balance, not only in Parliament, not only in those subcommittees in Parliament, but right in your community. And that is what makes you powerful, because you can put checks and balance on this government. But what is the PPP government saying to you? What you heard yesterday is clearly them saying to you, eradicate any oversight, Linden. Don't have a municipality with councillors such as yours truly. Don't have a municipality with councillors such as Miss Vanessa Kisoon. Hear why they're telling you that. Because those individuals they're asking you to support, Linden, you know, can they hold the People's Progressive Party accountable? So we come right back to accountability. That is what you're voting come Monday. You're voting to ensure you empower people that will hold central government accountable. So when we talk about the synthetic track, when we talk about Bamia School, when we talk about good infrastructure, when we talk about decent living, so that you, Lindeners, can deal with high cost living, which you and I know, it's a bread and butter issue that affects us all. You will need to have good, proper, and strong representation so that you get your piece of the pie, Linden. You know what this government is doing? We call it the looking for it culture, and we glad it catch on. That even all the government ministers got to defend themselves to say no, it's good to look for it. But here what they don't tell you, Linden. Why look for it and they're right over there? We know it there. It's in the treasury. We got over 15 oil wells. We got trillions of dollars. And they're telling you, look for it. What are you looking for? Since 1970, we know in this country we got oil. For those who don't know, we knew it. Whether it was offshore oil or in the Latin Basin, we know we had oil. In fact, since in the 70s, we defining 400 barrels of oil every day by a place called Ontario. So how come they tell you look for it still, and since then we find it, and now we finding it in more bountiful units. So they're telling you look for it. They've accepted our argument. They've accepted it. Why not look for it? And we're saying why you shouldn't look for it is because it exists. It's in our treasury. But here why they're telling you that. Because they're giving you bits and pieces of development. And you know why they're doing that to you? Because that allows them to keep you in check, Linden. That allows them to decide at what rate you develop and grow, Linden. That allows them to say to you, like they're saying to the brethren in the valley, this is what you're good for. And you know why they can do that? Because they think people easy to buy out. So they can give you anything, little drips and drops. And they're telling the brethren, in fact only last night, we saw a big man take the stage and he in essence said, the Victory Valley is for sale. Well here what? I see the third generation brown come up here just now. I see second generation brown. We there. Because I want to have the valley for sale. Because here what? We don't script this. Here I asking, we don't script this. Once you hear and you come at this meeting, nobody transport you in. Once you come and speak at this meeting, it's because you understand the issues. Nobody pay nobody for saying nothing at these meetings. Nobody taking you money and transport people at these meetings to look good. We are glad that you are here on your own. You know why? Because y'all want to hear the truth. And y'all understand the truth. So like how they're saying to the brethren in the valley that they're for sale. And they're bringing people up on the stage and giving the impression that they're doing all so well. Let me tell you what is the drawback from this sale. So when they give the brethren them a $3-4 million, they're telling them who are the subcontractors that they must use, where they must get the bobcat from, who they must rent the equipment from. And y'all don't know, none of them is from Linden. And they don't look like me. So understand who you're working for. So then they're saying, you ain't for sale, but who you're working for. Because you, as a young businessman who is making excitement about $2 and $3 million, the brethren up in quarantine is right to excite themselves for $2 billion. So when you in Linden, who just turned a contractor, God bless you, you get your little money, but here we you can't do with that. You can't go beyond a certain point. So even if you got a child, like we see we buy Brown, he can't even think to say, I'm going to send that child to become an engineer so that me, a hustler, can move from a contractor to a top-class businessman, because my children can inherit the success and the hard work of my labor. That is how our young people in the valley should understand that they're caught in the looking for it culture, and they should not, because the brethren them in the quarantine course in looking for it, they know it there, and they get 2 billion, while you looking for it and you're getting 2 million. That is the reality, brethren and sisters. So we're not up here to wax ears. We can call names because they know who we are talking to. And we are not dissing them because we understand that in this tough time, what the government has done to Linden is brought them to a position where if you don't have proper, strong, right representation, then they're going to take from you and do as they like for you. But how do I know that? You know I know that? June 1st, in fact July 1st. This is not a myth. When you go in Linden, there is no such thing, and I'm announcing it now, LUCSL done. I'm telling you that. In the name, there is no name registered in tongue right now called LUCSL. It was changed. Linden Electricity Company, Inc. That is what LUCSL is. And on the 1st of July, they could say what they want. They don't like we, because we speak the truth. It is going to be taken away from you. The name has been changed. They could doubt me. Telling y'all. So come Monday, don't make the right decision. No one will stand to give you strong, proper, and right representation. That is what you get when you elect and identify councillors. So you see all them nice that come talking, loose talk about giving blow and all kind of nonsense and shooting down prisoners. We won't even respond to that sort of ignorant behavior, because that doesn't feed you. That doesn't address the issues affecting you. That doesn't take care of cost of living and high unemployment in your community. It does nothing for you. The things we are saying to you is what will improve your lives. Again, don't allow people to make your lives uncomfortable. Don't allow people to bring hard and difficult living on you. Ms. Kisoon just played for you. This same government that is asking hands and knees for your support is who came in here 11 years ago and had this whole place in smoke, and in the fact shoot down 3 men and kill them. So when you hear Bishop Edgill saying, what is Sharma Solomon doing in local government elections? Sharma Solomon is about death and destruction. The bishop must understand, while he sat as junior minister, it was him and Ramatar who killed those men. Not me said that. The Commission of Inquiry report on page 16 said that. The commission that the Ramatar government brought about with their own terms of reference still went ahead and said that on the 18th, it was the police force only doing the shooting. On the 18th, instead of coming up to quell peaceful protesters, they came up with snipers on the Secretariat roof. How do you quell a peaceful protest with snipers? They are the killers. They are the murderers. And they're telling you who will bring death and destruction. They have brought death and destruction to your community. That is a fact. So much so it's a fact. Not only the Commission of Inquiry report said they brought it, the Commission of Inquiry report said they must pay compensation, which they did. Now if you're not guilty, why you're paying? And they did pay. Meager as it was, $2 million a man. You imagine that? The coalition came in to correct that at 70 million, even insufficient as it was. And to date, this government can't ensure that what should be given to those families are given to them. So when you talk about a government that brought death and destruction, point to a jail and a crew every time you see them. Because on record, they're the only ones with death and destructions to the name. On record. Because a commission of inquiry report said so, that they were the killers. So I want you to understand, this is what the PPP government, as a campaign strategy, not to help you, not to bring to you what they have done, so you can say to yourselves, Linden, I can point in 3 years in the richest economy in the world to show what they have done with your oil money. Show me it. Linden, show it to me. And all of those hustlers, if they don't want to show it to you, let them show you in 3 years where the improvement is in their own lives, and they cannot even show you that. So then the question must be asked, if physically you can't show me, what is the excitement about? And we know mentally, none of them in line with no socialists and nationalism and patriotism and all the indoctrination. So mentally they're outside of the game. Physically they can't show you the game. Then brothers and sisters, spiritually, we have to pray for those brothers and sisters. Because something is saying to them they're living that good life, and even they can't show you, not only in the communities, but to themselves where that good life is reflected. Now understand, that cannot be a natural force over our brothers and sisters. So we have work to do, Linden. When you get home this evening, you know, all of we just go to Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. All of our materials will be there. You know why? Because your voice, or voices in fact, have been locked out of NCN, have been locked out of the radio station. And you know why they lock out the voice from the radio station? Because I go and stand up by the school. The people who run in the radio station run in the school project. And they said the vex we exposing them. Or you can diss me and want to come on the radio station. But Linden, we will organize and we will diss them. Because them in dissing me, they're dissing you. Because if they take away the voices of the people who you ask to represent your interests, then understand what they're in essence is doing is taking away your voices. And in order to deal with that, we will have to organize, we will have to mobilize, and we will have to take the sort of action that will not only bring attention, but to get us the justice we deserve. Because to take away your voice, Linden, is a violation of your fundamental right, which ensures that you must have access to information unimpeded and uninterrupted. So I'm giving you, as much as this government claims to be a caring government, I'm giving to you that they cannot demonstrate absolutely anything they've done. And they cannot show to you what they intend to do, except blank promises. We are saying to you, based on our track record that you have seen and what you have experienced in this community, 11 years now, Linden, you have saved yourselves over $100 billion in electricity. I'm giving you numbers, Linden, on people who have brought to you right, proper, and strong representation, because this is what this election is about. They have not shown what they have done for you, cannot show for you what their plans are. We are saying to you, to get a piece of this national pie, we have shown what we have done in terms of representation and what we can do once given the chance in a few hours at local government. So you, Linden, I'm asking you again, the vex when we do this, make a simple pledge. Put your palms in the air, Linden. Put your palms in the air, Linden. So diplomats, I voting corrupt. I'm here, I voting corrupt.
I'm voting corrupt.
And I voting for cop.
I'm voting for corrupt.
Some of y'all sound like y'all cussing, you know.
FORCUP.
Some of y'all sound like y'all want to cuss them people, you know.
FUHCUP.
But here what? Normally as a man of reasoning, I just stand between them, but if y'all want, I can move out the way y'all could let loose.
Put your hands in the air! Stand up and make! Say voting corrupt!
I hear you when I'm saying to me. I say them voting fuck up. Me voting fuck up. Me none of the valley people, we voting fuck up. Nobody will tell me.
John B's son telling you don't bother with John B. The original valley man telling you the valley is not for sale. So who don't want to come on Paku? This is not scripted, Linden. We ain't gonna bring people on stage and put money in their pocket. People just take the mic on the hand and tell y'all how they feel. Because they're not for sale, Linden. Linden, you for sale? Linden, you for sale? So we understand that. You know why them all think you for sale? Because the citation low. That's why they like talk about pimping and prostituting and blowing all kind of lowball story. That is why they do that. I tell y'all, it wasn't a slip of the tongue. It wasn't scripted. It's how people feel inside. And it comes out least when you expect it. So I'm saying to you tonight, vote education. Hear what their campaign have been reduced to. So going out to people to mislead them. They're going in the world. And because they probably think Sharma gonna win, we don't take chances. We will only win God's grace and your vote. Alright? We don't win by sleeping in we bed and tell ourselves we good. We win by coming out here and saying to you what we can do for you. That is how we win. We win by working hard. We win by ensuring we get your support to convince you why you should support us. So I want you all to understand. That is what they're saying. That we come this Monday, when you go, understand the task. It's simple. You're voting 2 times. They in the world telling people, because they feel Sharma gonna win, encouraging people to spoil their votes. Telling them they're voting for me and the young lady, and then they're voting to the bottom. So you see how wicked they be? You can't win. So then you can start cheating. And I come to cheating because we have gotten concrete information that is the last resort, comrades. You see, we come on this stage and we've given to you every bit of truth that we know. So if I'm saying to you, their intention is to steal the vote in a few hours from now, we had our scrutineers a couple hours ago, prepping them. Linden, you know what the name of our exercise come Monday is called? Because I want y'all adopt the exercise. It is called protecting the baby. Yes, that is how precious we see a vote, Linden. We give it protecting the baby. We ain't just securing your ballot. We ain't securing your vote. We protecting your baby, because for those who have children will tell you, you don't take your eyes off of them, especially when they're small. So that is what we are treating your vote as, so precious. So when they are coming to lie to you, to spoil that ballot, we way ahead of them again. We done in the ballot. We done in the ballot booth. We in with scrutineers' ears. We training them constantly. So let them understand this. We are not only prepping you for the message of the campaign, but we are protecting you during the election so that you understand going out and vote. you will have the right set of people to secure your interests in a few hours' time. So we're saying to you, Linden, no retreat! No retreat! No retreat! And we know why we will not surrender. We know coming on, I see the young people them getting impatient. Don't get impatient. Magnum gonna come and shell it down. And we understand people had issues with how we performing tonight. But our performance tonight is guided by the grace of Almighty God. It has always been guided by the grace of Almighty God. Because we know in this tongue we have turned adversities to glory and victory, and that is what we'll do again in a few hours, Linden. So God willing, Constituency 1, your councillor, Sharma Solomon, and I'm saying councillor in advance, not candidate. Constituency 2, your councillor, Ms. Vanessa Kisoon, not candidate. In Constituency 3, Marissa Robertson, councillor. Constituency 4, Ms. Alicia Bentek, councillor. Constituency 5, Mr. Kwesi Parks, councillor. Constituency 6, Ms. Rochelle Short, councillor. Constituency 7, Ms. Lisa Thorne, councillor. Constituency 8, Ms. Unika Hari, councillor. Linden, these are the faces you will see on the ballot in a few hours. Give them your support. This is the winning team. Linden, we thank you for the campaign and we look forward to election. God willing, thank you, Linden. Stay strong. God willing, we love you. We will protect you. No retreat, no surrender. No retreat, no surrender. No retreat, no surrender. Linden, we love you.
Everybody go to breakfast.
You know that tonight we are going to really shell it down, no? I'm going to be back for the thank you rally. As we prepare for Monday. I want everybody put your palms in the air. Respect everybody out here who came out. Like I said, look out for the thank you rally. One thing I want to tell Linden, on the whole on the focus and don't sell out car.
450. That's why I'm not changing. But I'm not going to change us.
Change up!
Syndicate behavior, it's a flagrance. That I'm feeling failure. If I had to know away.
You know, take the thank you rally. not voting for now. 3 sweet years, we bring back hope again. We region sports and we athletes. House lots for all of them, all of them. Over 150 million free business. Them come fi fire, we nurses.